Hey guys, all right, so today we're going to look at a specific type of percent change. Really, we're going to stick in this area for quite a while. I want to share with you some percent changes that we see in our everyday life. And I normally, with my in-person kids, I'm kind of asking them to think about this with me, but obviously I will go through this since you are not with me now. So I've got 5 real world scenarios. And I just want you to think about, would this be an increase or a decrease to the money that you have to pay as a consumer, okay? If you have a 40% off coupon, what does that do to your total? Increase or decrease? Decrease. If you have a company mark up their prices before selling to a customer, and what I mean by that is, and I guess I'm going to share, in fact, the word up should hopefully signal that it's an increase, but you know, this shirt that I'm wearing from whatever store, let's say I paid 25 bucks for it. I can guarantee you it didn't cost the store 25 bucks to get it, right? They jack up those prices, they mark up their items to sell them to you, so they make a little bit of money, right? They have to make profit. It just is kind of crazy how much profit can be made. If you tip your waiter on your bill, you're increasing the amount that you pay. That tip, usually tip 10, 15, or 20%. 20% is good if they did a good job. Your class gains 3 students, right? The gain is an increase word. You pay your tax on your purchase at the gas station. That's an increase too. Notice they're almost all increases because we as consumers always find those little increases making our cost more for things. So, you know, if you're at the gas station, you see the soda for 99 cents. Well, it's really $1.08 when you go buy it or whatever, right? That increases the amount that you pay. So today, our focus of those, I know I just named a lot, our focus is going to be discounts and markups, okay? I think, so tomorrow my plan is to have a quiz on just percent change, not necessarily discounts and markups, but the percent change from before. The applications will continue. And on Friday, I think I'm going to try and make an activity called the coupon war. And I'm going to get some coupons and you're going to try and tell me which one is actually the better coupon. And it's kind of misleading. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Okay, so let me show you some strategies to solving discount problems after I tone down brightness. Now, good news, I already kind of said this, but we aren't going to do anything different than what we did with percent change. We're going to find that change in the amount over the original, X over 100. It is just an application of that change, right? Either get a fun color, either a decrease or an increase, okay? So for example, it's 2 strategies you could do. If I have an item that's 30% off, how could I find the final cost? Well, let's get this over. There we go. The first strategy is to find what 30% of 45 is, okay? And you can hopefully hear that is over of proportion when I kind of thought about that out loud. So if I find, and I'm going to go kind of fast here, I know you don't need to see it in a calculator anymore, but if I were to find 30% of 45, that would give me 13.5, or I'm going to make it 13.50 because this is money. Now that's not my final cost. That's what I got off. That's my discount. So the next step is going to be to subtract the original cost minus my discount, yay. I get a final answer of $31.50. Cool. I just had a bad feeling that my volume's not on. Let me check real quick. Testing. Awesome. Should have done that. All right. That's method number 1. Again, very similar to what we did the other day. Method 2, I consider this actually a shortcut technique. Okay. So instead of subtracting at the end, I'm going to be a little bit proactive and I'm going to subtract in the beginning. Now I can't subtract dollars because I don't know it yet, but I can recognize that I'm not going to pay 30% of this item. If I get 30% off, what I'm really paying for is only 70% of this item, okay? Now that is what I'm going to put in my proportion. Okay. Now when I do this, I'm going to go straight to that final answer of $31.50. Ta-da! So the difference is subtract the percentages in the beginning or subtract those at the end once you find it, okay? I really do in my brain, this is kind of one step, but I really am doing two. I just most of the time can do those easy percentage subtraction in my head versus something that usually is decimals like money, okay? Now here's where I would encourage you to try both methods. I'm gonna do the shortcut method. Actually, I'm kind of nervous. I'll do both for store C, or no, that's the one you guys can do. Okay. I want you guys to try store C and you can use either one of those strategies. Okay. I'll look at store A. So I'm going to find the final cost for the first example and find the discount for the next example. Okay. So my original cost is $899 for this item. And I'm going to get 50% off. So I need to find 50%. Okay. So $449.50. $449.50. Now, what's kind of cool about this problem is the money you don't have to pay is equal to the money you have to pay because it's 50-50, right? So my $449.50 would actually be both in this situation. Cool. All right, so now a little bit different when we're trying to find the discount, right? We don't know the percent off this time. So the percent is what's missing. The original cost was $699. I can put 0 cents, not necessary, but now here I need to put the change in the amount. Like what didn't I have to pay, right, is the question. So I'm going to take that original amount and subtract what I had to pay. And that'll give me my leftover. $209.70. Okay, and that is how I can find my percent off. $30% off. Okay, so again, I want you guys to do store C. I'm gonna make that nice and bold for myself. And then I will have one more example of this kind where you're finding the percent. I actually don't know. There we go. I've got some of the best deals that I've ever gotten in my whole life. I saved some tags off of some outfits that I have bought over the years because that's how nerdy I am. And I will look at one more of those with you. So we'll do one more store B or like store B. Okay, the last thing I want to do, I haven't really talked about markups yet. Like what does that look like in the real world? And markups are really things that we as consumers don't see. Like they don't want you to know how much they jacked up the price of that Nike hoodie before you bought it or those Adidas shorts or whatever, right? They don't want you to know the original cost. In fact, there are some things even medically that I find very unfair with this. I know when I was was a couple of years ago, EpiPens where if you're allergic to peanuts or bees, you might need an EpiPen to literally save your life. It's got adrenaline in there that can help save someone's life. Well, it was a really big deal. I think it was 2 years ago now, where they all of a sudden, the company that made EpiPens decided to triple the price just out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, people who really needed them, these life-saving items, could not afford it. And there's even some of that going on with, diabetic type of medicine. There really aren't any laws saying how much you can or cannot jack up the price, which I think is unfair. But it's kind of like if you have a lemonade stand and you want to sell your lemonade for $40 a cup, if someone's going to buy it, who cares, right? But think about if that were a necessity for people. Like, I'm in control of the medicines. I'm going to jack up the prices to make more money. It just seems really, really crazy. But it's almost like, where's the line, right? It's like ethics and society. Oh my goodness, there's so much to talk about. But our focus is going to be the life of a pair of pants. That's what I'm calling this, okay? So when the life starts, when a pair of pants is born and made, probably in China or wherever, I feel like everything has that little made in China sign, but wherever those pants are born, they make their way from that wholesale market. I'm going to put the word wholesale. They make their way to the store or store owners. And it has a little bit of growing up, some life changes happen. So the first thing that happens to the pair of pants is their price gets marked up, right? In this case, this example is 350%. We're going to jack up the price. So I'm going to take my $10.50 and I want a 350% increase to that cost. Okay. Now to save us some time, I already did these calculations in a calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and just put them on there. I'm assuming you guys feel comfortable solving those. So we have $36.75 is what they mark up that price. That's actually considered their profit. Okay. Now they're not going to sell it for $36.75 because remember, they also paid for them $10.50. So for us, the price tag we see is with those added together, the store cost plus their profit, giving us $47.25. That's what we would see on the tag that we get from the store, right? And then it goes on sale, okay? Now, not all items go on sale. If you buy something full price, maybe I try not to. I'm not a sucker. I know it's going to go on sale eventually, but sometimes you need that one thing for that one event right now. So I'm not shaming you if you buy full price. I'm just saying. Even Target, like the last digit on their prices, if it's like a 4, it'll go on sale. A 2 is the last number and it won't go down anymore. There's all sorts of tricks. You do some Googling. But so then it's $47.25 and goes on sale at the end of the season for 25% off. So we're going to take our price tag price. And I'm going to go ahead and find the discount first and then the sale price. The sale price is essentially you doing the shortcut, and then finding the discount would be this one. Okay, so both ways. So we have $47.25, and I want 25% off. Oh, I already have that one. So it's $11.81 is our discount. So if I take that away from my $47.25, what I see on the price tag is $35.44. I forgot to put that here. That's cute. Forgot why I did those. Cute. Right, dollar signs and everything, so they match. Okay. Now for this particular one, I guess I should probably do that for you because I had to round this number. Remember, that's not how we do money. We don't have that many spaces behind the decimal, so make sure you round, okay? All right, let's summarize the life of our pair of pants. So on my receipt, I'm gonna see 30, I'm gonna see 47.25 because every store wants you to see a discount. That makes you think that the store's helping me out. It's so nice, I saved money. Sometimes they jack up their prices before putting them on sale though, just to fool you. So your subtotal is at 35.44. To make it really real world, I added on a little tax situation. We're gonna go ahead and cross that off and pretend it's tax-free weekend and your total was 35.44. Okay, we will we'll have a whole tax day, I promise. Just not something I wanted to do today. Change my mind. Okay, so and then the pants, they're not done. This is just the end of the chapter that we see. I think the next chapter would be like charity donation box. And then it starts a whole new life, just appreciating in value as it goes. That's kind of sad. All right, so, and I want to go over one more time how your homework is different today, just in case you'd like to get started. So hopefully you see on your screen an Excel spreadsheet. I have the worksheet, a picture of the worksheet, and where you would type in your answers. If you type in an answer that is not correct, nothing happens. If you type in an answer that is correct, that box will turn green. And I created this myself. There's nothing sketchy going on. There's one I'd like you to skip because it really is more of you, showing me something. And then number 7, I ask you which strategy you like. So I just want you to know that this cell will not turn green because all answers are okay. I don't care if your strategy is different than mine, okay? If you don't want to use that Excel spreadsheet to type in your answers, that's fine. You can just write directly. I believe you can write on this. Actually, I'll have to check that before class, okay? So if you want to start early, use the sheet. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget about question for store C. Let me get you back to that so you can end there. Here we go. Here's your example problem. Store C. All right, so now I got to stop recording.